Good greetings everyone, I'm Rusty Dog and this is my Sunday live stream. Good greetings everyone, I'm Rusty Dog and this is my... Well, here we are. That was a crappy transition I just did. Yeah, here we are, welcome. Another Sunday, another live stream. And I was probably not going to do the stream today because of the update coming on Tuesday, and I thought I might leave it until then, but then I thought no, the updates that's coming is not big enough to warrant that, so we're still here. Right, so today is mainly about the Vulture, and that's precisely why we're sitting in the Anaconda right now. Yeah, all will be explained. I don't even know it myself yet. Let me know if you want a wingman in a Mamba. Okay, well, I may need a wingman. Who knows? Once I get the little fly swatter out, the little Vulture. So I haven't been in my Vulture for a while in any serious combat, and it's one of the ships that I've always liked in the game. One of those where you buy the ship and you just want to, you don't get rid of it, you just keep it forever because it's just a good ship. And the same applies with the Python and the Anaconda for me, and also I to a lesser extent the Cobra Mark III because it's iconic, but probably only because it's iconic. But I've always had a Vulture since first purchasing one, always had a Python and always had an Anaconda. So those are the triple ships for me that really are the mainstay of this game for me. And I haven't had the Vulture out for a long time. I've given it a little bit of a look over, and it does need a little bit of an overhaul in a couple of places. I was particularly surprised to find out that the shields I have on my Vulture you're not going to believe this. They are legacy shields, guys. Legacy shields. That means they are engineered from the old style engineering, you know. I mean, geez, has it been that long? It's time to get this baby out again and get going. So that is precisely why we're in the Anaconda. The Anaconda is a very capable ship. This is my exploration ship, very capable at moving long distances in a short space of time, and we're going to need to do that to start off with. So we're going to get underway with that. But before we get underway with that, let's take a look at the chat. So, first in, number one at the top, Corvus, Corax Nevermore. Greetings, sir. You probably should be at the top anyway. Greetings to you, sir. And yeah, hope everything is good with you too, my man. Me, I'm supping on Gaviscon at the moment. I got a little bit, my tummy's a little bit fribbly. I've just invented that word. So I'm just trying to get through that. Angry Citizen, hey my man, thank you for helping me towards my 7 billionth asset, credit I should say. Yeah, check this out guys. 7 billion. I had 31 million as well to accompany that 7 billion. And now it's down to 17. Why? Because I did a stupid mistake yesterday. I've done it before and I did it again. So it's one of those you weren't paying attention mistakes. I was wanting to switch into my cutter and I went to the wrong place in Starport Services. Yeah, you know the deal. I went into the shipyard and I ended up buying a cutter and then wondering why I couldn't make the jump to the next system. What the hell is going on? And then all my modules were E-rated. I thought, oh god, I bought a cutter. So of course I sold it back and I made a loss. So Anyway, enough of that rubbish. But yeah. So yeah, Steve Zodiac. Greetings, Steve. How are you, sir? Commander XLA, do you get a prize for being on here before loot? You do if loot's giving the prizes out. Yeah. Where is loot anyway? Good vulture pick. Thank you. Yes, I do like my sexy little vulture. She will be coming out shortly. Well, I say shortly. There's no such thing as shortly here. Kai Lopez. Hey, Kai. Yeah, thank you for the shout out on your Loose Screws podcast. That was awesome. And yeah, you guys should check out Loose Screws. I don't know. Yeah, there is a link in my Discord channels, guys, on the Elite Dangerous chat. So go there, check it out, and they have their own Discord as well. I can't really put the link up on here at the moment, but yeah, I'm sure we'll get something arranged. Fatini, hey, how you doing? Yeah, nice to see you here as well, and Mark G. I'm going to say Mark G. Vultures can be utterly vicious. I do like vultures. Yes, they are little pests. It's like a little fly, and you just want to and you're the big ship, and you just want to swat it, and you can't. That's what the vulture's like. They can be tough little buggers when they want, as long as we're not talking about canopies. But yeah, I do like them. Loot is here. Hey, Loot. Where have you been? Mr. Chipsman, the word sexy scared me. Well, I thought MotherVulture would have gone more than that. But it is a sexy looking ship. Really. I can't say it's curvy because it isn't. It's edgy. Are the Vulture's modules legacy? No, it's just that it's the engineering. It's my engineering on my shields legacy. Oh, Yoni Crispel. Hi, thank you, Yoni, for your subscription. I don't have my Stream Elements window running at the moment. I don't know what's going on over at Stream Elements. They're kind of crazy, these people. One day it works, the next day it doesn't, and you find that the only support they've got suddenly is Twitch, and YouTube just doesn't seem to be there anymore, so I haven't got time to waste with that. So the only time I can see subscriptions now is when it pops up on my screen, like you guys see it. Yeah, thank you, Yoni, and hi to you on the chat as well. They can give you stats you cannot get now, but I don't think that I need to put an experimental on my shields, and this is how I found out I didn't have the right thing. Dean Snowden, hi, good day to you, sir, and good day to General Patch, Agile Vandermeer, Tim Humphreys, Jay Wobert. I'm currently on an exploration mission. Yeah, it is. If you visit the right places, there's some gorgeous places to see. Hibiscus, hey Hibiscus, my man. Yeah, if I can get through this stream, if my stomach lets me get through this stream, then I might need a wingman. So be on standby. See how I go. I mean, I don't know, but don't remind me, because my memory's like Swiss cheese. Enough shielding, not enough power. Yeah, I mean, I want to change my shielding, but I'm really concentrating on getting the weapons changed out today. That's what I want to do. Once I've done that, if I've got materials left over to redo my shields, then I'll probably do them. But I need selenium for another upgrade, so I need to go out and do that first, which is why I'm in this ship. I am never going to be first again. Black Dragon, hey Black Dragon. Oh, Kate Beckinsale, I see. Okay, fair enough. Well, I can't say I blame you. It better be a good-looking ship then. Right, guys. Okay, so feeling a bit groggy. Now then, I need to engineer some weapons, but before we do that, I need selenium. Now, I don't need the selenium as much as I need to engineer the weapons, but in this system alone, Shinrata Desra, there are 6 landable planets with selenium, and 2 of those also have germanium, which I think I also am in need of. So, let me just double check. Am I in the right place? No, germanium I'm okay for. Okay. So what I want to do is visit these planets here. It's mainly this lot down here. The biggest one being this one, AB2FA. So I might fly out there first. And what I want to do is visit every planet that has selenium. Not necessarily every one. But I want to go to each one. Let me rephrase that to make it a bit more understandable even for me. I'm going to visit these planets until I find one that has geological sites. And then I'd rather go there because it's a lot easier to find what I'm looking for there. So this is why we're in the Anaconda, and also flying to the engineers to get the upgrades is better done on the Anaconda because it's quicker, and then the Anaconda can bring back the engineered module and we can then put it onto the Vulture. Now my Vulture's in a state at the moment where it's okay, it's in a combat ready state, it can go out, but I want to change the weaponry on it. Right now the Vulture has twin advanced plasma accelerators, which are pretty neat. No, is it? No, I don't think it is plasma accelerators. Is there an advanced, like, frag cannon? I think it might be those. Yeah, there's some kind of advanced frag cannon I've got on there. Frank Cannon, I nearly said, that bloody detective. Okay, let's get into Super Cruise. If Tom Cruise was Superman. Branats, greetings Branats. Busy on BGS stuff for my faction. Pacifiers, that's the ones. That's the ones. That's what I've got on my Vulture right now. But we're going to be stripping it back to something a bit more simple. 4, 3, 2. Afternoon, Alison Powell. How are you today? Now then, because there is a slight increase of selenium in that planet AB2FA, I'm tempted to go there first, but I know I shouldn't. I should do it in order of distance. So, as I go on to my most hated panel in the Elite Dangerous Ships, the left-hand panel, the contacts. This is my most hated panel, contacts. I hate it. It needs a redesign. Okay, so we're going to go to AB1A. AB1C is not viable. The only planet with selenium in the AB1 range is A. So we're going to have to go there. AB1A, yeah. Well, this would be easier. Okay, so let's fly. I was going to say this would be easier from the system map. So we're definitely going to have to switch into analysis mode here. And this is the perfect ship for this because not only do I have my SRV on board, but I've got the surface scanner for checking out whether the planet has geologicals or not. Mining in the cutter, yes. That can store a lot. I was doing a bit of mining yesterday with, was it yesterday? God, I'm losing complete track of time. With Angry Citizen and crew, and we were busy mining low temp diamonds. Just for fun. It was great, very profitable evening. Rollin 106 and Paul Lyons and JMO X. Greetings, people. I was in my Type 9 for mining, which I like because it has plenty of internals. Yes, I do too, Corvus. It was particularly annoying yesterday, or whenever it was. What are we today? Saturday? Yeah. It was particularly annoying during mining because you've got old limpets floating around, you've got bits breaking off and fragments, and when you want to target something, it's so difficult. I took a video of it as well of me trying to do it. The guys had targeted a prospector limpet, and I wanted to do the same thing, and I could see, because we were in a wing, I could see which prospector they had targeted, and I was scrolling down to the prospector, and when I got there it jumped to somewhere else in the list, and so I chased it and it jumped again, and I chased it, it jumped again, and it took me about 10-15 seconds to chase this prospector down. It's just ridiculous. Absolutely. I can't believe this has been in the game since day one and we've tolerated it, but no more. It has to end. Zonta, greetings, sir. Welcome. Yeah, I think I made about 600 million yesterday. It's only like a couple of hours, but because we were in a wing, we were able to prospect more, and also we were able to get the wing trade profits as well. And I've still got one hanging around in here. I've got this one, but I don't know how to get rid of it. I've looked in the contacts, but I can't seem to get rid of it. Now my joystick situation is let me just see if I'm going to slow down here. My joystick situation at the moment is I'm using a different one. I managed to dig out my old joystick, the green one, and we're going to see how that goes. I've forgotten how to do this efficiently. Let's just try with those three and see what happens. There we go. Ooh, we have it. There's nothing on here that we need. No. Damn it. I wonder if there is any here. 130 billion. It's ridiculous. You'll never need that. You'll never need that. I mean, if you carry on, try and get to 400 billion, and then you can give one credit to each object in the Milky Way. Hey, Alan Hobbs. Greetings, Alan. Right, let's get the hell out of here. And we're going to go to the next one, which is AB2. I'm not doing this from memory, by the way. I have written it down. AB2 FA. Now I'm hoping that this one really has geologicals on it. There it is. So we're just chasing down some selenium at the moment. I refuse to side trade for it, the material trader. No way, because it's a grade 4 material. Okay, so that means if I want to trade the material trader for selenium, I have to side trade. I can't trade off the same shelf because there's nothing above it. So, and the rate is at 1 to 6. So I've got to give up, say, 11 tellurium for 1 selenium, and I need more than 1. I'd probably need about 8. So no way am I going to give up all that, because I'm not giving up so many grade 4s just for one grade 4 of another type. I'm much happier to go to a planet get the SRV and go and shoot some, go and get some. But yeah. Good old Cornelius. That was 11 billion. Wow, 17 billion. Yeah, if you get 200 billion credits, you get a 49% share in Frontier Developments. I don't know how much I've got in assets. I haven't looked for quite a while. I wonder if I've got time to have a quick look now. If I don't go to the wrong places. So current assets 11 billion, 11.5 billion. Credits spent on outfitting 5.7 billion. That's almost as much as I've got now. Yeah, there's more than one issue with this contacts panel as well. This left-hand panel. I had another situation yesterday where I was going to dock, and I locked in the space station by just locking it in, and then you go to actually it's for requesting the docking procedure. And actually I didn't lock in the space station because my point was that I couldn't lock the space station in. I couldn't do it, so I couldn't request docking. The only way I could do it was to literally flip to the next tab and then go back again and then lock it in. It just wouldn't do it at all. And oh God, nightmare. That's a rare occurrence though, so I can handle that. If it happens once every month, you know, it's an inconvenience, but it's not a big deal. And the only other thing that annoys me is in the starport services, the main screen. Would it be the main screen? Yeah, when you go into starport services and it lists commodities, mission board, and if your mouse pointer, not cursor, if your mouse pointer is already hovering on the back button, it won't work. That is annoying. The back button will not work. You can't click it, it'll do nothing. And the only way to make it work is to take your mouse pointer off it and then put it back on again. I mean, what's that all about? Okay, so how many probes here? 2. So, okay, one at the front and one round the back. Please have some geologicals here. Please. I know it's a small planet, but... Oh! 18 of them! This is where we're going to be, babe. This is where we're going to be. Yes. Okay. I'm going to switch into combat mode again, because I want to see the planet. Now, let's pick the Primero one, which is number 4. That's the closest one, which is not the Primero one, but it's the closest one. The Más Cerca. So we're going to land at 4. Actually, if I'm going to be picking up selenium, I'm probably best doing these in numerical order, because that way I can keep track of which ones I've been to and which ones I still need to get to. So I like flying upside down for these things, as some of you will know, because it's a lot easier to track the geological site and your distance at the same time while maintaining. I can get it into the blue zone. That's better. Now we can get moving. pop it into the orange zone to slow it down and hope I'm not going too quick, which I'm not. Wow, I haven't been to a geosite for a little while. And this looks, wow, look at the terrain here. Typical, isn't it? These geosites on these kind of planets, they're always up the walls or in the trenches. This is going to be fun. Let's stick night vision on. Night vision in space. It's such a weird concept. Okay. It's moved. Has it moved? Yeah, it moved. Okay. It's right at the bottom of that trench. The days you wish you didn't bring an anaconda. Oh my god, can I even get landed down here? Probably. We'll see. If not, I'll have to land at the top and bring the SRV down the hill. Oh, it's moved again. It doesn't look like I'm going to land here, if I'm honest. Oh, where is it now? I need visual. There it is. Where the hell am I going to land a conda here? Oh, jeez. Okay. Let me see if I can pop it down. Let me try there. That looks like it's the flattest place for quite a while. Now selenium is grade 4, so it's going to be... Oh yeah, lovely. We got a landing point here. It's going to be probably the needle clusters, I would say, for those. So that's what we're looking for, the needle clusters, or whatever they're called. I can't remember. Something to do with needles. And if you're scared of needles, don't worry. Can we get straight down? No. So let's just twiddle the ship around a little, see if we can make it. Oh, I can feel that the left-hand side feet are landing after the right-hand side feet. I may have to just twiddle this around a little bit more. There we go. Now then, let's get the old scarab out. Let's have a look, see what you guys are saying. Stream gameplay, you have plenty, Rusty. Plenty? What credits you mean? Yeah, painite. Painite is, yeah, painite, low temperature diamonds, void opals, all good profitable stuff. I just like the thought that I am diamond mining. What's going on here? Oh, of course. Yeah, for the power, I keep the vehicle hangar offline. Just to save power and keep the ship cool. The cooler you keep... I just keep the ship cool because when I'm field scooping, I can get closer to the star and really go for it. Let's have a look. Yeah, and with the T9, Alison, I was nowhere near full in my cargo. Nowhere even close. And I got 330 million or something like that. No, that couldn't be right. No, hold on. How much did I have in my cargo? Yeah, I had almost 200 tons. And I had a 512 ton cargo hold. And I made something, oh, I know what it was. I made 200 and something million, and then I made 300 by donations from a very charitable cutter that dropped all of its load. Right, let's go. So again, let's put night vision on, and we are searching. Oh no, which bloody direction is this in? Oh, which direction did I land? Where's the front of my ship? So, okay. I landed ahead of, and I turned around that way. So I think it's this way. So I hope my sense of direction is correct, and it appears to be. Maybe. Oh, hello. Low gravity on this one. Let's take a look here at the yeah. I'm pretty sure it's all this way. I'm sure I didn't land that far away. These are all rocks, right? These aren't... Don't make me take off again. I should have took a heading, and I didn't take a heading. That was completely very noobish of me. I really don't want to go the wrong way here. This is some crappy terrain. Yeah, I know, I've looked in the nav panel, but I've got... Oh, I know. Let me just lock onto that. Yeah, there we go. It is this way. Okay, it's a kilometer. Right, let's go back. Oh, that rock's going to be a pain, isn't it? Here we go. It's going to be a painite. Okay, we have something. Crystalline fragments, no good. All I want is the needles. Right, we have something else. Pisces cobble, another crystalline cluster. Not good enough. I wonder what Pisces means. Is it needle clusters or something? Needle... I don't know. I can't remember. But at least you know what you're going to get. I mean, if there's more than one grade 4 material, then you could get that as well. But if selenium is the only grade 4 on this planet, then you're going to get that every time you blow up a needle cluster. They kind of work in order. So you have, if I can remember, the grade 1s are going to be the crystalline fragments, then the grade 2s are crystalline clusters. Grade 3s is Pisces cobble, right? And grade 4s are your needles. So needless to say, I have to find some, and it was a pretty widespread area, this thing. Oh, have I lost my my nav? No, okay. It's behind me. If we can just get one crystalline fragment, so that's anything on here that's grade 2, that's what's going to be in there. Oh, cobble is grade 1. Yes, you're quite right, Alison. Thank you. You're quite right. Refreshing my dopey memory. Yes, Pisces cobble. And so, of course, you'll find more occurrences of Pisces cobble because they are more common, like the material is. Kind of makes sense, right? Yeah, this isn't a very good site. There we go, needle crystals. That's what I'm after. So, as long as selenium is the only thing on this planet, let's take a quick look and we'll have a look and see. And we'll have a look at the likelihood of what we're going to get. So we are here and we have selenium, tellurium, also mercury. I can't remember what grade that is, but tellurium is grade 4 as well. So when I shoot this needle crystal, I could get tellurium and not selenium. So let's give myself a little bit of power in the weapons and we'll see. And thank you, Frontier, for sorting out the of course it's tellurium. We'll get it anyway, but I just wish that it was selenium was the only one here, the only grade 4 here, but we're not going to be that lucky. Because of the terrain, I can't keep that panel open. Sometimes I like to do that, keep it open if the terrain's fairly flat, and then you can just see them pop up. But with this kind of terrain, you need to keep a track of where you're going all the time. So in fact, I have a button on my controller to do this. This is the one and only time I ever use a game controller, which is annoying because when the game controller is plugged into the computer, which I keep it plugged in all the time because of Elite Dangerous and the fact that if you unplug it and plug it back in, it goes to a different player, the light switches to a different player and then Elite won't work. If I use other games like Hitman and stuff or Assetto Corsa, they pick up the fact, Assetto Corsa Competizione, they pick up the fact that there's a controller on board and they just instantly want to use it. So that is so annoying. I might as well get this then, while it's right in front of me. Oh, germanium. Bloody gravity is 0.03 or something. It's really light. I got it. Right. Needle crystals though. If not, we'll just move on to the next geosite. I just need really to find 3 seleniums and then I think I've got enough. So it's not a big ask. Not too bothered about my chassis. I don't think I'm going to get damaged enough for it to matter around here. Have I rolled to anywhere good? No. I don't know how big this place is. Like if there's any up the hills there, up them there hills. Oh, don't turn around. How many times do you get an SRV spinning around and it's always like a 180? Like it's canned physics. See? 180 ish. I've never seen it spin and do a 90-degree turn. Okay, so we do have some up there, and we do have a needle crystal. They like to hide. I knew you'd be that one. Let's go get it, and let's see if it's selenium or tellurium. Now, what else do we have? Another one. Good, good, good. Let's try and keep track of both. Oops. grade 4. Oh, my SRV's stuck. I've got it. I didn't have the power to get up the hill, but I'm going to have to if I want this one. Okay, so we'll stick it 4 pips in and let's go. Oh dear. Reverse, reverse, reverse. Much more power. Come on. Frontier must have implemented gear ratios here or something. The most powerful gear on your car is reverse, and the same seems to apply on the SRV, which is kind of cool. Oh, come on. These needle crystals can be in inaccessible places. Oh, I'm too close. I'm too close now. And I don't know if backing off's going to work. Nope. No, not that kind of backing off. Let's try and get over that. We'll try and get over this. Okay, we got it. We got it. We got it. Not the turret, just fire. Right, chase it. It's tellurium. No fair. Not fair, not fair. They look like punk tribbles. Let me just have a look at the percentages here, because I think it's 4.3 for selenium here. And tellurium. See, this is ridiculous. 4.6% chance of it being selenium, and tellurium at 0.8. Ty Worsham, thank you, Ty. You're welcome, loose screws. You scratch my back, blah blah blah. SRB Physics by Kylie Minogue. Yeah. Well, I can't get it out of my head. Okay. Hey, loose screws. Thank you, loose screws. ED. Thank you very much. So, what do we do? Well, I've got my ED engineer running. So I just want to double, triple check. Yep, selenium grade 4. It is indeed grade 4, and tellurium grade 4 as well. So, where's mercury? Not that mercury. Mercury, where are you on my list? Mercury grade 3, okay. So antimony, polonium, grade 4, ruthenium, technetium, grade 4. So, despite the fact that there should be 6 times more chance of finding selenium than tellurium, it's not proving to be the case at the moment. So I think we should go to the next one. But at least I can get my ship, my SRB repaired. Oh, you spin me right round, baby. That was what's his face? You spin me right round, baby. Dead or alive? That's it. I had to sting the bloody thing to get it back in my head. Yeah. That's the one I'm thinking of. Right, where's my ship? All the way over there. Right, let's see if we can get a bit of a lift here. And nose down and thrust this way. I'm flying too high now to pick up those things. So this is just allowing me to fly sideways. And now we can just bring it down gently. If there is such a way of doing it. I guess not. That's because the terrain changed. It became bumpy. Oh God, don't roll. Okay. Let's try number 2 and see if we can get a better chance. There's the planet, the next planet poking over the top there. Ah, why? Guys, can you guys remind me, or I know it's a very subjective thing, the movie Edge of Tomorrow, which was the one with Tom Cruise, where he had to relive the same day every day, blah blah blah, like Groundhog Day. It's a science fiction film. Can you guys remind me if it was a decent film or not? Because I can't remember. Because I have seen it, but it was a long time ago, and I'm tempted to rewatch. But I can't remember if it was a decent film. Bearing in mind it was Tom Cruise. We should stick to Mission Impossible. Right, where are we now? Board ship. Oh, good. Yeah, I remember it very vaguely. Oh, Gray. Hi, Gray. HIP 36601. Does it have selenium? Yeah. But I still haven't. I still must. Before I watch any other sci-fi movie again, and I've got Rogue One on my list. I want to rewatch Rogue One. But the one I really want to see again is Contact. I keep saying it, but I have to remember to do that because it's Carl Sagan. So, you know, enough said. So I want to see that again. I remember a while ago, a long time ago, watching a movie, and I don't remember which one it was, what it was called, and I'm sure there are multiple movies that do the same thing, with the same theme. It was a movie where the occupants of a spaceship, humans, were flying to the sun, and it was a pretty decent film from what I remember. And I know there's been more than one movie about flying to the sun, but this particular one was pretty good, and I'll be damned if I remember what it was called. Annihilation. I don't think I've seen Annihilation. Oh yeah. I am going to be engineering. Tom Cruise has done some good films, but I like some of the older stuff, particularly the one he didn't star in, really, which was, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. What's that one? I don't know. How many matchsticks? I don't know. Oh God, I know the title. Rain Man. Yeah, that he was brilliant in Rain Man. But then again, hey, so was Dustin Hoffman. Wow. Yeah, Tom Cruise. And one of my favorite Cruise films is Days of Thunder. I thought that was great. And I'm now flying way too high. Yeah, I liked Days of Thunder because as well it had Robert Duvall, who I really rate as an actor, and it it was good. The chemistry was good, and what's her face was in it as well, the nurse. Oh God, how can I not know? Nicole Kidman. Jeez. Yeah. I don't remember too much about Top Gun. It's not my kind of thing, but yeah, Rain Man. Rain Man was great. Sunshine. Oh, it might have been Sunshine. It might have been Sunshine. Yes, yes. Thank you, guys. I think I'll watch that anyway, and if it isn't, great, I get to see a different movie. But if it was, then I get to see a good movie for a second time. Color of Money. Yeah, I think I remember that. Paul Newman, yeah. Yeah. I just realised I'm dropping too close. Dropping too close to the thing. Yeah, I don't know when the film. This isn't Tom Cruise. It's the the last film I saw, which was just absolutely awesome. It wasn't sci-fi. I mentioned it before. Ford versus Ferrari. I guess you can class that as a 2019 film, really. I saw it this year, but had I have seen it last year, I would have definitely put it down as one of my movies of the year. Christian Bale is just crazy good in that movie. He's annoyingly good. Matt Damon is okay, but Christian Bale takes that movie. He runs that movie really. I'll check the Discord. Yeah, I haven't got it up at the moment, Loot, but thank you. Yeah, Sunshine. There's a lot of sci-fi out there that's movies which are pretty naff, really, which is a bit of a shame. But occasionally one pops out and it's really good. And Sunshine for me was one of those. If it was indeed that movie, and I think it was. Annihilation, yeah. Oh, okay, great. You mean in that entire system then there's planets where you can just fill up on everything? I'm with you. I'm with you. I might have to check that out. So, in terms of movies I'm still waiting to see, which I haven't seen yet, but I'm looking forward to seeing, The Irishman. The tech, because of the tech in that film is going to be amazing. The fact that they've used a de-aging computer process to make De Niro and Pacino look 30 years younger. That's incredible how they can do that. That's just crazy. Imagine. Ooh, is that a flat piece? As that scan went over the terrain there, that looked like a landing place. And if it is, if I can sit it down here, then I have a lot of stuff on my northwest side. If I can just edge this forward onto that flat bit and it goes blue, I'll be happy. Yes, come on. Okay, let me just tweak my... Okay. I have seen Rogue One. I just need to watch it again. I feel like I need a memory refresh on that one. I did enjoy The Rise of Skywalker. I thought that was good. There was a lot of contrived stuff in it though. A lot of stuff in there which I thought was there to satisfy the audience more than anything else. But yeah. How can you not like watching Daisy Ridley for 2 hours? Right. So I need to go north. So which side? I've just come out of this way. So yeah, we're good. Just get my bearings here. Okay, so I need to go. Wait a minute. What's this one? Oh. As luck would have it, though it wasn't in the direction I was about to take, we'll take this one and see what happens. Come on, give me some selenium Gomez here. Let's just get lucky for once. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Wait a minute, ship, don't go yet, don't go yet, don't go yet. Crap. Okay, so I'm gonna say a heading of 110. I needed my ship there for the heading. You better be selenium. You son of a... Okay, so I think 110 is probably the direction I wanted to go in. By the looks of it. By the looks of these rock formations, anyway. If I don't pick up anything shortly, I'm going to abandon this search for now, and I will return off when I'm doing something offline. If this is tellurium, guys, then I've had enough. Because 0.8 tellurium versus 4.6% of selenium, and all we're getting is tellurium. That's not right. Right. So let's do some reverse psychology here. Please be tellurium. I want tellurium. I don't want selenium. I want tellurium. Alright, where's the others? There's, that looks like one over there, but I'm not sure if it is. There's some up the mountains there, so that's going to be a likely place for... Oh, hang on, we just got a load of them to the side, and it wasn't that. Rogue One sucked. Well, I don't think so. I think it was okay. A lot of people rate it as one of the most important ones. Mandalorian, not available in the UK yet. No, not by normal means, no. Doesn't mean it's not watchable though. haven't seen Mandalorian. Oh well, that's a fumarole thing. That's not what I'm after. Let's get landed and I'll head back. Yes, I think I have annoyed RNGesus. Well, no doubt he'll be cross. Ooh. Damn, all that stuff and not one of them.
Integrity compromised.
Yeah. I know these needle crystals are really annoyingly sparse, and it's not just that though, it's the fact that there should be 6 times more chance to get selenium than tellurium, and it's just not working out that way. I'm not quite sure what's going on there, but we need to get back to concentrating on the weapons. I think I haven't seen Solo yet either. Okay, well, I'm done. Oops.
Drive assist on. Drive assist off. Warning. Taking heat damage. Power plant capacity exceeded. Self-destruct in 20 seconds. Self-destruct in 10 seconds. Self-destruct in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Bye-bye. Okay. Back to Jameson then. Forget that. We'll just have to concentrate on the shields another time. I ain't got time for this BS. I'm just going to spend one evening just getting selenium, just completely selenium. And just dedicate an entire evening of my life to it.
2, 1. Engage.
Aren't opinions wonderful? Got the Star Wars thing going now. I've opened a can of worms here. Okay. Now out. So I will be back to that planet because I have 16 more to go at. Hey, Derek! Oh, thank you, my man. Hey, my phone's beeping. Thank you, brother. Very cool. I've got a bad feeling about this. Yeah, thanks for your donation, Derek. Muchas gracias. Well, let's just remember it's only a movie. I prefer Star Trek. Yeah, I kind of prefer Star Trek as well, if I'm honest. Oops, did I open up a tin of whoop ass as well as the worms? No, they're both good. I like watching both. But if I had to take a box set of Star Wars or a box set of Star Trek with me on a desert island, I don't know where the hell I'd be plugging the TV in, but it's what people say. I would certainly be taking Star Trek. There's more content, it's more varied, and yeah. I like Stargate. Just to be different, Loot. I haven't watched Stargate, but yeah. I know what it's about. That Stargate thing, it reminds me, I wonder if it got any inspiration from that Star Trek episode, The City on the Edge of Forever, because it seems to be a very similar kind of, you know... How is that a question, James? I like Voyager, and I like Enterprise. I was so late watching Enterprise. I was so late to the game watching that. Enterprise had finished for a few years before I even got to watch it, which was very strange because, you know, I am a bit of a Trekkie, or Trekker, whatever the term is these days. So kind of weird that I was so late into it, but, you know, because I thought Scott Bakula, for me, that's Quantum Leap. Another great, amazing sci-fi series, by the way, Quantum Leap. But, yeah, and I thought, now he's captain of the Enterprise. It's going to be weird. But it was great. He pulled it off, and it was good. So, yeah, I really liked it. And that Vulcan, what was her name? James, getting a bit personal, boy. The word trekkers has been around since way before SJW was even thought of. Even Leonard Nimoy referred to them as trekkers. And who's going to argue with Spock? Because logically, he's always right. Jolene Blaylock. Yeah, I was thinking of her character name. I couldn't remember her character name. Does it matter? Trekker, Trekkie? Who gives a toss? Who cares? It's just a word. It describes exactly the same thing. Okay, let's get into Jameson. T'Pol, that's it. That's the one. T'Pol. Yeah, she was an interesting character.
Welcome to the station, Commander. Please fly safely.
Now,
Permission authorized. Please head directly for Bay.
I'm going to fit some weapons onto this exploration Vulture. Anaconda. Yes, it's the biggest Vulture you'll ever see, this one. Thankfully, the Vultures in the game here use heat sinks to cool off, unlike...
Heading is A-OK, Commander. You're all clear.
Well, I knew that. Unlike real Vultures, that urinate on themselves to cool off.
Caution, deploy landing gear.
And I don't even know how I know that, but I just do. Alright, so into the hangar we go, and let's get on with this one.
Confirmed contact, perform landing checklist. Greetings.
Can you imagine an exploration vulture? Maybe we should do one day. Although I don't know what the jump range is going to be. It's not going to be amazing, but an exploration vulture would be like having a combat sidewinder. It's like it's just not fit for purpose really, but in a pinch it would work. I mean, it's an interesting concept. An exploration vulture. Yeah. Can you imagine taking one of these to distant worlds or something like that? Oh god. Right, into outfitting. So, we have no hard points on this. And we're going to fit. The Vulture takes 2 large, so we're going to take 2 large with us. And what are we going to take? Well, the title of the stream kind of gives it away. So we're going to be going with burst lasers, which is something I very rarely, if ever, fit. I don't think in all my fleet, I do not have a ship with burst lasers on it. But this time, we are going to have them. So 2 burst lasers, and we're going to go to, I believe it's Brutarquin, and we're going to get these engineered right now. And yes, I do have the materials to do it, as I checked. So, first thing then is to go to engineers and go to brew, which makes me want a cup of tea. There we go, pulse and burst lasers up to grade 5, and he's in Mwang. Now, going there in the Vulture would take, it's probably about 12, 13, 14 jumps maybe. Where here we can probably do it in about 3. So we're going to be cutting down 3 jumps. Boom. Good guess. Okay, so we're going to bring these back and then we're going to store them, and then we're going to bring the Vulture in, install them on the Vulture, and see how we go. The shields they're just gonna have to stay as they are for now, because if I want to come off the legacy into the new values, I'm gonna need selenium to get up to grade 5, 4 and 5 I think. It might just be 5. So yeah, that's why I needed the selenium. So because I'm having such a hard time getting this stupid thing, the shields are going to have to wait. But at least we can get the weapons up and running, and then we can take the Vulture into some various combat scenarios. And something I want to point out, by the way, these assassination missions that you get, I learned something that I didn't actually really know until the other day. When you get an assassination mission, say it might be a wet work one where you have to remove a politician, so of course that's an innocent civilian as it were, although it's a politician, there's no really such a thing as an innocent politician, but you either get those or you might get a pirate, so therefore they're probably already wanted anyway. And I got this mission to assassinate a politician, which is an illegal activity. I don't normally do those missions, don't really have a reason for it. I just don't like being wanted in systems and all that stuff. But the reward and offer was biotech conductors, which is what I needed, and I needed that, as you'll see, for my burst laser engineering. So I needed to collect some biotechs. So I was basically taking on any mission that offered 5 biotech conductors in one go. And they turned out to all be assassination missions. And I took this one for this politician. And when I got to the system and I found the the signal source, the mission signal source, it said threat 2. And I thought, well, here I am, armed to the teeth in my Corvette. A threat 2 for me is going to be nothing. It's just, I won't even break a sweat over this one. But not so. Not the case at all. It turns out that the threat 2 relates only to your target and not necessarily the scenario you're going to find yourself in. The threat 2 for me was more, how can I say, hassle, challenge. It wasn't really a challenge, but it was more damaging to my ship, that threat 2, than taking out a pirate in a threat 6. Because with the pirate in a threat 6, you know, he's got a decent ship like a Corvette, which it was a Corvette. You take out a pirate in a Corvette, and I got away relatively unscathed. I think I had half of one shield ring down. That was it. Nothing. But the politician, who was only a threat 2 in a deadly orca, was more of a threat because he was innocent. And the fact that inside that USS there was about 4 or 5 feds and other ships. So of course the moment I opened up on that guy, the politician in the orca, all the feds opened up on me. So now suddenly I've got 5, 6 ships firing at me at the same time. And yeah, I was getting a really good pounding off all the other ships, and I lost a couple of shield rings just in the time it took to try and get this orca out the way. So what I did when I took the next mission, which was exactly the same, politician, 5 biotechs, is I rammed him to I don't even want to say that phrase. I rammed the ship to destruction. There you go. And then of course that counted as a murder, but by then I already was charging up my frameshift drive and I was gone. So the threat 2 was, yeah, it was more because I had all the feds on my case because I was shooting a civilian. Now if it was a threat 2 wanted, that would be different. A threat 2 wanted would be a piece of cake. You know, I could do that in the Vulture with my eyes closed. But a threat 2 innocent, when you have multiple federal ships, authority ships, in the same instance, different lookout. Yeah. Oh yeah, ramming to death was murder, but I didn't get anybody firing on me until, or I wouldn't have got anybody firing on me until the ship got destroyed. Actually ramming him didn't draw the attention of anybody else, any of the feds. That was the difference. So yeah, Sir Lurks-a-Lot, greetings. And Andy K, hi Andy, my man, how you doing, sir? Yeah. But it was cool. So I went from having 5 biotech conductors to, let me see what I have now. I did manage to do quite a few missions. I got 27 now, so I did a few. I did a few the other day in preparation for this stream. So I hope it all works out. I hope it's all been worth it. So Bruce Legacy, nothing to do with legacy mods. Oh, we're going to drop in too quickly. Shoot. Okay, let's just twiddle this round to the side. We just want to drop into the orange now just to kill a little bit of speed. There we go. And we should be at a decent angle. 45 would be beautiful. 50 is good, because it will maybe level itself out. Yep, I like this. Good. Yeah, I'll have to do more of those Fatini, the Pirate Lord ones. And I don't mind the threat sixes and whatever. I quite like the challenge.
Falcon Delacey Alpha November
Awesome.
November Heavy Flight Control online. Welcome, Commander. Request docking permission if you wish to land.
The hell are these things? Right, down we go. Oops, already landing gear out, come on. Alright, Brew. I want you to engineer my burst lasers. Am I on the right pad?
Attention, this is a no-stop zone. Clear the landing area at once.
I'm trying! Oh, sugar. Yeah, there was a ship above me. Okay, I've obviously been giving a different pad. Oh, number 5. Not paying attention there. Number 5 is alive. Come on, you stupid ship. Someone's parked the Enterprise there on the right. Sorry, it just looked like an overhead shot of the 1701D for a second. Or maybe I'm just seeing things. Okay, at least we're parked in the right spot now. The other pad was for parent and child.
Landing operation complete. Commence system shutdown. Welcome, Commander.
Commander Tony Edwards. Hey, Commander Tony Edwards. Yes, finally caught a Sunday live stream. Welcome and thanks for being here. Okay, now we're going to pay a fine now before I can even get access to the engineer. 500 credits, can I afford it? More or less. More or less. Okay. What am I in? Anaconda. I don't need fuel then. Alright, here we go. So he does the 3. The burst, the pulse and the beam. All the way up to grade 5. But we've only got bursts here, so let's get them done. So what we're going with, guys, is this one. Long range. Why? Because it will enable the Vulture to shoot and hit something at 6 kilometers away. Damage fall off start 500. Yeah, and you can see the damage fall off starts at 6 kilometers. So does that tell me, because the range is 6 kilometers per firing and the damage fall off starts at 6 kilometers, that there'll be no damage fall off? And here's where you need the biotechs, guys. You've got grade 5. That's it, I think. But I've got 2 of them to do, so yeah. But as you can see, we've got plenty of materials to do the rest. Conductive polymers, we've still got enough. I thought efficient was better on a Vulture. It probably is. It probably will be for constant firing. But I want to do this one today. So we're going to go with long range. I want to be able to hit ships from a massive distance. Now what would really go along with that would be a long-range sensor, but unfortunately at the moment my sensor is only geared for lightweight. It doesn't really gear for long range, but if a ship wants to boost away from me to try and get its shields back up, I can still hit it from 6 kilometers, which I think is going to be pretty cool. And we are going to add some experimentals onto this as well. So let's crank this right the way up until both of those circles read 6,000. They don't have to close. I'm not bothered about that. I just want them to read 6,000. And they have closed. Sometimes they don't. So, experimental effect is going to be inertial impact. Experimental upgrade that increases damage and converts half of it to kinetic at the cost of introducing aiming jitter. Okay, so half of it's going to be kinetic from the lasers. Let's do that. And we're going to do exactly the same to the other one. You see, I'm doing it this way because I've never done it like this before. I've never fitted burst lasers on a ship and stayed with them, let alone the Vulture, and I've never used inertial impact before, so the jitter will kill it. Yeah. Well, it's going to be easy to switch out to another experimental if need be. I know, it's kind of... Jitter's what you don't want at long range. I kind of get that. But let's just go for it. Let's just go with it and then we'll see. The power plant is already engineered. But if we run into any issues, let's just take it as it comes. I want to get the weapons on first, and then if there's any flaws in the ship, we'll have to work those out somehow. I mean, if there is any power problems, then I'll just switch to a Guardian power plant or something, which should give us plenty. One more. Oh, you son of a... Close it. And experimental inertial impact. So what we've added is 3 degrees of jitter. Now, 3 degrees at 6 kilometers away, that's going to be a lot. Is it 3 degrees coming out of the laser? Because by the time that 3 degrees has gone 6 kilometers, that's a massive distance. So it might be a problem. I didn't want to refuel that. But anyway, so we now have them on. We'll take a quick look at them as we do this, but as we're launching, let's just plot the route home. And let's go and pick up the Vulture. Well, we're going to see, guys. Let's see, okay? You're probably all right, but it was a build I had in mind, so let's have a look. You're probably right, but there's going to be very rare occasions when I'm going to be hitting anything at 6k, really. The reality is I'm probably going to be doing most of my combat a lot closer than 6k.
Flight control.
Okay, we're outside the no-fire zone.
Goodbye, Commander.
So let's just see what this jitter's like. Please don't be that bad. Oh, I need something to aim at though, don't I? Yeah, I need something to aim at. Okay, forget that. Unless the target reticles are just off the screen. Oh no, okay. We have to cruise out.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, so there must be a calculation you can do that, based on the size of the Vulture, firing from the pulse laser at 3 degrees out, how far is the maximum you can be out from dead straight at 6 kilometers? Does anybody have the math skills to work out that one? Because I don't think I would. Well, not on the stream anyway, let's put it that way. I could probably sit down and do it, but not on the stream. It's like if it's 1 degree, how much out are you losing over, I don't know, 100 meters? Multiply it by 10, multiply it by 6. 6 kilometers with a 3 degrees variation from the source. If it's 3 degrees variation at the end, that's fine. That's fine, that's nothing. I'll take that. But I don't think it is. I think it's 3 degrees jitter from the gun, so not so good after all. We'll probably deviate. Well, if it was... If it was... Yeah, no, I don't know. Yeah, how far apart each of the lasers are on the Vulture. That's true. Well, the Vulture has them... They're not too far. I mean, it's a small ship, so... But if you've got something in the middle, and you have a wide spread on 2 lasers on the outside of each of those, then surely, if it's in the middle of those 2 lasers, even at distance, it's liable to get hit, right? If you had 1 laser, but if you're in between the 2, or am I just not thinking straight? Which wouldn't be... I'm having to do 1 more jump now. So if you imagine, the 3 degrees could be either way. It could be to the left, to the right, up or down. But if we concentrate left and right, so you have like a fanning effect. The lasers are fanning left and right. And if they're both fanning left and right, that's a hell of a wide spread. And the gimbal will try and keep them as on target as it can. A cone calculator says you'll have a 50-meter radius. Okay, so that's okay for big ships then. With a big ship, if I was hitting an Anaconda then, I could still do pretty well. But yes, the small ships would have to be close range. And to be fair, I think in a combat scenario, if I'm taking on Vipers and even like Pythons and stuff, I think I would be at close range. It'd be, yeah. Small ships, closer range. Be interesting. Be interesting. Oh, you know what though? Let me ask a question, because I might have made a little mess up here. This jitter thing, am I correct in thinking that it wouldn't even be an issue if the burst lasers were fixed? Because I think I should have had fixed burst lasers on. I should have put the fixed ones on, shouldn't I? Okay, well we can play around with the gimbals and then go to fixed. I think fixed should have been the ones to go on the Vulture. Because then there's no jitter, correct? Or am I... Oh, you still get the jitter on fixed? Okay, alright. So, okay, fair enough. I thought fixed meant literally fixed. Like, where does the jitter come from? I suppose it's just going to come from the beam then. The actual beam itself and not the actual hardware. Because gimbaled weapons jitter around anyway, don't they? Yeah, that's true. I'd have to have laser vision hibiscus for that. Okay, so I guess we're sticking with the right stuff then. So now I need a combat scenario. And I think if it's not too far away from my ship, I know where to go. Still 3 degrees unfixed. Okay. Thanks for checking that, Fatini. Well, it's something new for me to try out. So finally, we are just over 1.5 hours in, and we're about to get the Vulture out. Crazy. If I could take time back, I wouldn't even have bothered with the selenium. But I thought if I could get this, if I could only get 3 seleniums, then we could go and do the shields as well. Again, in the Anaconda, fitting the shields onto the Anaconda, going to get them engineered, bring them back, reinstall them onto the Vulture, and then we could have just gone out with better shields as well. So, not going to happen. And we'll just have to take it as it is.
Lacey Alpha, November. Welcome to the station, Commander. Please fly safely. Access authorized. Clear to land at docking bay 09.
You know how you get a ton of inertia on these Anacondas? This one's just a dream. Because it's so light, it barely weighs anything. Because it's an exploration ship.
Scan detected.
You really don't get that issue in this.
1,000 meters from touchdown.
Hi, Kathina. Yes, already done. And it's probably going to be an engineering that you don't agree with. But we're going with it. Yep, burst lasers. 2 burst lasers on a Vulture with long range, grade 5 and inertial something. Okay, let's fill up the fuel tank and go to outfitting. I have to remember to store the pacifier frags and not sell them. I hope I've got enough storage space for... Yeah, I hope so. We'll see. Okay, hard points then. Commander Stonegrove. Greetings, Commander Stonegrove. Store the burst lasers, please. That's another thing I would have liked in this January update. A bit of a larger storeroom. Just a slight increase from 20 to maybe 100. No, 30. Anything. Just something. A gesture of goodwill. Right. Hard points are gone. Back up to 74 and a bit. And well, let's bring out the sexy MotherVulture. I'm going to say that wrong one day. I better just refer to it as the Vulture. All the way down the list, there we go. So we have at the moment 2 pacifier frags, one with drag, one with corrosive shell. I'm sure the fall off said 6,000 and not 600. They both said 6,000. So I don't know. Right. My shields are non-existent because they should, fingers crossed, be in the storeroom. Let's get the hard points on first. So we're gonna swap. I don't like this, not swap. I'm gonna do it in 2 stages. I don't want to get it wrong. So store. And store. Oh, sugar. Okay, let's get the other one out then. I've got no more storage space. So transfer. They will be the only 2 burst lasers in the storeroom, so not difficult. And now let's store the other one. So this is either going to work or it's going to be a complete and utter bloody nightmare. But I want to find out. And maybe you guys want to find out as well. Where are you? Bob, International Vocal Reaction. Hey Bob, are you able to play ED on 3 screen without distortion? You can't really. ED is not really kitted out for proper triple screen. It'll play over a triple screen, but you will get distortion on the 2 outside screens because it's rendering the whole thing as one display rather than 3 separate ones. You'll find games that properly support triple screens will do 3 separate renderings on 3 separate screens, and as long as you put your basal widths in and the angle of your monitors, you should get a fairly-ish distortion-free experience. But because Elite Dangerous doesn't actively support triple screens, then yeah, you will get distortion on the sides. It'll appear like a little bit stretched. It's still cool in triple screen. If you want to play with a triple screen experience and you don't mind spending a bit of hard-earned credits, actual real credits, you need to get the Predator setup, which is based in Australia, I think, and it's like a 180-degree circular screen with 3 high-definition projectors. Oh boy, that's some setup. Right, anyway, so on here we go for the bi-weaves, which I think is this one. Yep. Now these are my crappy shields. These are... Oh, wait a minute, what have we got here? Oh, my power draw. Okay, we should be okay. I can't go for these. Yeah, bi-weaves. And again, as I said, these are still legacy mod. It's ridiculous. Let's transfer those. I may have got a good roll on them at the time. Who knows? Now the fuel scoop, I think we're going to get rid of that. Because it takes up power. And I was going to replace it with a hull reinforcement or something, but let's see how we go here. So power wise we are at 100, so obviously the cargo hatch can, it already is at number 2 along with the fuel scoop, because the fuel scoop's enough. The fuel scoop's enough. If I'm pirating, I want the cargo hatch to work, but the fuel scoop doesn't need to work during combat. So we can put that on priority 2. The interdictor doesn't need to work during combat, so that can be priority 2 as well. So yeah, we're good. My power plant is overcharged grade 5. I don't know if I have any. I don't know if I have any experimental on that. How could I have? How could I tell that my upgrade here was legacy? It was only when I got to the engineer that it told me. Anyway, if they ever needed those red nut icons, it was for that. Okay. I need to go into the map then. Okay, so I don't even know whether this system is still going to be full of stuff, and also how many jumps it's going to take to get there. This one, L258-146. This is a killer place for combat. Oh, it used to be. It used to be. So the question then is, how much power are these burst lasers going to suck up, and also how are these shields going to fare? Try remote workshop. I could have done that, couldn't I? Damn it. Yes, VR I think is better than triple screens at the moment. If Frontier implemented proper triple screen support, the game would look considerably better. I mean, there are a couple of games I have that driving games that support triple screen correctly, and it's brilliant to play it. I'm as happy playing that in triple screen as I am in VR, because with the triple screen, of course, you get the full-blown graphics that your computer can put out there, where you do suffer graphics quality loss in VR, but it's more immersive.
You are clear of station restrictions. This is traffic
Yeah,
operations.
I know. This is going to be a... I'm pretty sure this build's going to be a complete waste of a stream. I'll probably be able to get about 3 shots off with 4 pips into weapons, and then that'll be it. So we're going to take on a fairly moderate ship to start with. Go walk that dog, Hibiscus. So I'll just dip out the way of those things. Those jet cones. I remember years ago, literally make me sound like this is going to be so old, but not, a few years ago, when I first had the Vulture, I think even before engineering came around, I had a multi-cannon and a cannon. I think that was my loadout. It was either that, it was a beam laser and a cannon as well I tried out on this thing. And it was really enjoyable. Getting up close with the cannon, and oh yeah, it was great. Okay, so here we go. So this place used to be absolutely stacked with resource extraction sites, and there's still a fair few here, so we're not doing too bad. There are more, I think, but you've got to get, if you get within this 1000 light second range, you'll find more out there. But right now, we'll just take on the very first hazardous one. This is not the John Beamer account, so it's not survival mode. This is the Rusty Dog account, so if I get killed... Yeah. Schrodinger's burst lasers. Yeah, I know what you mean. Are you talking about the double slot? No, Schrodinger is... oh, Schrodinger's cat. Okay, I got you. I got you. I don't completely see the link, but okay. I'll bet he never even had a cat. Right. In we go. So if you live around the Shinrata Desert area and you're ever in need of a resource extraction site, look no further than this system, L258-146. It's got all of them. Lows, standards, highs, hazardouses, they're all there. Hazardouses. I'm not even sure whether I'm making up words or not now. So I'm going to try with... The ship's already fairly maneuverable, so I'm going to just try with the 3-3 at the moment. 3-3 pips and see what happens. Don't want to get back in there now, Rust. There you go. Right, so let's bit of lastminute.com here. Okay. Oh god. Discord. He's got his own server. It depends on the rank. Dangerous Python. In a wing. With, it looks like an adder, is it? Oh, it's a gunship. Oh, it's a gunship. Jeez. No. That's not something you want to start with. Let's have a look at this one. Oh, he looks like he's mining. Let's just tag him off. There we go. And the Cobra. BGP operative. I remember, oh god, just doing so many boost turns in this thing. I used to love it. This Python is so tempting. Unlikely the Explorer's going to be wanted, but you never know. It is. Let's take it. Perfect. Ooh, look at that jitter. Now that's not my jitter, he's put out a thingy. Oh god, yeah, I can't hit a damn thing. Right, that's going then. I should have pinned this damn blueprint. Yeah, I can see the jitter, that's atrocious. It's really bad. Distributor's okay, not too bad. It's gaining a bit of heat. I think my dreams of taking on deadly pythons are probably... Everybody warned me, but they had to be tested in the field. That's the whole point of doing these things, is to test. Otherwise you don't know. Somebody had to test this out. They're not even that damaging, really. I mean, they spend a lot of time chaffing anyway. Yeah, it's not great, is it? I could do with some pacifier frags right now. Not really that concerned about my temperature. Wow, I know the Vulture's capable of a lot more than this, especially when dealing with an asp. And I should have gone with fixed weapons, because then the chaffing would have made no difference. Not necessarily fixed burst lasers, but just fixed weapons. You know, as an actual thing for the Vulture. Because even when I'm hitting him, it's not really... This is crap. This is absolute rubbish. Oh my god. Let's get these experimentals off. It's not that I don't listen, Loot. Of course I do. I'm always listening and asking for people's advice. Sometimes I just like to see things for myself. And I have something in my mind that I want to do before the stream starts. You know, and if someone says, it's probably not a good thing, well, I want to do it anyway, because it was my plan, you know? So, yeah, that's how it is. But I do listen. I do listen. This whole, apart from the weapons, this whole Vulture build is based on somebody else's design, isn't it, Athena? I think this is the one that you said. Right, we need to go back to... But yeah, I do like to do my own thing. For good or for bad. Probably not a good thing. The experimentals that put on the burst lasers. Probably not a good thing.
Ready to engage. 4, 3, 2,
Yeah, the little tanky one. I think that was this one. But then, if it is, why are my shields legacy? I know I've got your tank build, but I don't know whether we actually did it or whether it's on this ship. I mean, I'm guessing that you would know it if you saw it, so. And just to jump over to LP258, doesn't require a fuel scoop. So although I could put something in there, I couldn't go with, say, a Guardian shield booster because I don't have the extra power available. And unless I put a Guardian power plant in as well, maybe. My ship's going to get hot then, and then I probably wouldn't be recommended running pulse lasers, because I need something that's going to run cooler. Like multis. Take a couple of multi-cannons off my Corvette and strap them onto this thing and see what happens. Yeah, maybe I didn't build it. I think you might be right. What I would really be interested in is just to see how tough you can make a Vulture. And I don't mean like, it doesn't have to be like the hull and the shields don't have to be like, it has to be an all-round package. One that's tough, but it can also pack a punch with its own weapons. Something like that. But yeah, trying to strike a compromise between the two. Something that's gonna like really, something where you can fire on a ship sustained for a long periods of time and have a pretty solid, I mean, I'm asking too much, but efficient thermal vent beams. Okay, if I have the engineering to do it, I don't mind to switch to that right now. We'll get these experimentals off this at some point. I don't mind running efficient thermal vent beams right now. Railgun sturdy mount. Yeah. If you can hit close enough, I found the frags. The overpowered frags can really... I don't know if it can take an Imperial Hammer, but I don't have any of those. Aren't they a power play thing? Yeah, I don't have them. But I'd like to shoot for them. I'd like to join the power that has them and go for it. Because I don't need to be aligned to the power that I'm with anymore. I think I've got everything I need from that one.
Scan detected.
I love this ship. It will stop very quickly, but you have to know how to pilot it. Slide it into place. APAs I've got.
Docking successful. Commence power down.
Yeah, they do. They only have 2 hard points, but you know, they are awesome in that they are so maneuverable, and in the hands of the right pilot, they can stay out of the way of danger and stuff like that. So, okay, so outfitting. Let's have a look in my ED engineer, and I will pop that up on the screen for you, and I'll try to do it in the same window. So give me a second. EDE, and we'll add ED engineer, and we'll drag that into the middle of the screen, and boom. Alrighty, so this is my ED engineer then. So I'm going to sort it into type, which I think it already is, and we'll go to beam lasers. Is this what we're doing, Kathina? At least with these I'll be able to fire for a while and stay cool at the same time. Ooh, wrong way around. Alright, so beam laser, and we're going for, what was it, efficient? Efficient thermal vent. So beam laser, we got grade 5 efficient, grade 2, grade 1. I hate this, is not in order. 4 and 5. Okay, so we're going to have a problem here, and guess why? Bloody selenium. So we can craft plenty of 1s, enough 2s, grade 3, enough there. Grade 4, it's not, 6 isn't going to be enough. I'm going to need more than 3 throws at 4 to get to 5. And when we get to 5, I can craft 29. So again, selenium, I told you, I need this damn stuff. So yeah, we can do it. And then we've got the thermal vent here, which I can craft 15 of. So again, not a problem. So if it wasn't for selenium, then yes, definitely we could do this. What if I trade? How many throws on 4 is it to get to 5? Can you do it in 4 goes? Let's have a look. Yeah, we really need to get selenium. I don't mind trading for a couple. If I go for 10 seleniums, which is going to be a nightmare for me, but I'll trade tellurium. I know I do, Matthew. Yeah, I know I do. I need to do that, but I can't really deviate off stream and do that right now, I don't think. Anyway, how far away is HIP 33 36 601 anyway? If it's not far out, let's have a look. Okay, let me just get this off the screen.
This facility offers a range of services. Check your information panel after docking for more details.
And if we go to... How the hell did that happen? I hate it when it does this rubbish. Click, 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 click. Okay, let's see if I'm now typing in there. Yes, now it is. Oh dear. You see, this is the thing. That is going to be about 22 jumps in my Anaconda. That's a long way to go. So I don't think so. See, I don't know what to do now.
Ensure you have received authorization.
I could take off that experimental, but then it means fitting them back on the Conda, taking the Conda back out to the engineer. Or I put the pacifier frags back on. The problem with those is, the reason I didn't want to keep them on is they run out of ammo too quickly. So I'll keep the burst lasers, but I will remove the experimentals at some point. Let's just take a look what we have in storage. No, I want to transfer. Okay, so I want something in the 3s. I've got a couple of engineered railguns, but they're only 2s. They're not 3s. I have a multi-cannon and a Ooh, guys, look at this. A cannon and a multi-cannon. They'll fit. One is short range with corrosive, and one is overcharged with force shell. If I transfer that to the ship, the other one gets put into here, right? 120, yeah. Okay, let's do this. Modifications. I wonder if these actually came off. the ship at some point. Yeah, there's the burst laser. Where's that multi-cannon? The cannon, there it is. And it's fixed as well. This should be fun. This should be fun. Kathleen, I was going to ask you to do me a build and put the link up, but you can't, can you? Right, have we got... Okay, so we have a gimbaled multi and a fixed cannon, which means the hard points, the fire grips are going to have to change. I want that separate. And I'll kill warrant, scan that on there. And the interdictor can also exist on B. Yeah, let's try that. A fixed cannon and a gimbal multi. Something tells me I'll have more success than what I just did have.
Disengage from landing pad. Exit the station quickly and safely.
You want me to exit quickly?
Caution. Unsafe maneuvers will not be tolerated.
Well, make your mind up. You said quickly. Okay, where are we going? Oh yeah. We're going to LP 25 something 146 something. $258,146. My combat stomping ground.
You are clear of station restrictions. Have a safe journey.
Oh, premium ammo. Yeah, be interesting. When they run out, I might refresh them with some premiums. Although we can do that right now, right? Yeah. So okay, we'll take a look. We'll take a look at some premium ammo. See how this Vulture can kick some rear thruster. But did you see though, when I was last in that res site, how close to a ship you can get, and you're just there and you're kind of backing away from it, and it's really close quarter combat in these little ships. That's what I love about them. Okay, so while we're on our way to Asres 1, let's go to synthesis, and we have small caliber and large caliber. What's in there then? Multi-cannons. Okay, and your large caliber is cannons. Right, so okay, so we will yeah, we can afford this. So premium multis.
Weapons rearms.
And I'm going to stop the ship because I don't know what's going on over there. A large caliber. Just go straight in with them. Antimony's a bit costly, but okay.
Weapons rearms.
Okay. When you synthesize premium, do you get a restock as well? Because otherwise I've just kind of wasted a whole stock, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so now we have premium multi-premium cannon. And I might get away with 402 on the pips as well. Remembering that one is gimbaled, one is fixed. So the cannon's going to have to be carefully used. Only if I can get under 30 kilometers. That's tough. I can if I slow the ship down. Well, actually, maybe not. Jeez, it's going to be hard. Yep. 24.9. I could have gone more. Do I? Depending on the rank. Deadly. Are you winged? Can't see another ship, but he is. Oh yeah, there they are. Right, the Python. Oh yeah, I've got nothing in them. This would be perfect if it was wanted. There we go.
Scan detected.
Alright, wish me luck. Going to the Python. See, the maneuverability here is just awesome. Didn't really want that personally, but
Scan detected.
oh, this cannon is the reload on this cannon is a nightmare.
Scan detected. Flight assist off. Flight assist on.
And yet I could have a ship that's like 3-4 times more maneuverable than the enemy, and they'd still manage to find a way to turn around quicker. I know I've got no pips into engines, but and these multis take a long time to. And when you press the trigger to actually firing, they take an age. Yeah, I don't think the cannon's doing much against the shield. I'm just going to sit there and
Flight assist off.
that was a mistake. Trigger happy. I am pushing him away with this cannon anyway, so I could literally push him into an asteroid if the circumstance was right. That's a lot of work, but my little puny shields are holding up. I got no engines. Here we go. Yeah, I had no forward movement there. and I don't know why. So the cannon's pretty powerful. I've got a shield ring down.
Target destroyed.
Did you drop any selenium? Aluminium. Not good enough. I wanted selenium. You never know. Yeah, the jitter was too much. Hibiscus, yeah, too much. Definitely.
Flight assist off.
Oh, I hate that. When I flick flight assist off, and then when I want to put it back on again, my finger misses the key. Ugh. I may have to remap that. Oh, can we even take on a wing? What's the winged ship then? A Viper, expert Viper. No pain, no gain.
Under attack.
I'm just constantly pushing him back
Warning. Impulse
with the cannon.
trajectory disruption.
Oh, I've got 3 ships on me now. What the hell's all that about? Unless he's got a... Does he have an SLF out? Tough little nut, this thing, isn't it? Look at that, just pushed him away. Keeps him from getting too close, and it also keeps me on him. Bye bye.
Target shields online. Scan detected. Under attack.
Yeah, these shields need... The shields are decent, but they're capable of more, so definitely want to get those done. I did shoot the cannon there. And he's a lot smaller ship, so I should be able to really make him move. There you go, just pushed him right back and knocked these shields out. I'd like to have that experimental on. I don't know what weapon it is, but the one where when you hit them with it, it makes them lose weapons tracking on you.
Under attack. Target destroyed.
42%. Well, fun. Yeah, dispersal field. Get it for cannons. Yeah, that would be awesome. I do quite like this shock thing, but the dispersal field would be good too, because pity you can't have, like, put 2 cannons on the Vulture, have one for dispersal and one with the shock, so you're pushing them away, so they're kind of off their trajectory, and also you're breaking their target lock as well. So you're making it very, very hard for them to hit you. Now, what I want you to do with this Weave was, I didn't know whether to stay with the reinforced grade 5s or go for the thermal resistance, and then add on the fast recharge on these Weaves. I mean, they're charging up fairly quickly-ish.
Scan detected.
Snout, isn't that guy from Star Wars? Oh no, that's Snook. Sorry, Snook. Oh, competent. This should be easy, he says. Another dream of riches, yes. I know. VVV. Vulture versus Vulture. Well, it's not bad. I mean, this is premium ammo, remember, it's not stock ammunition, so it is performing better than perhaps you would normally expect. I think the fact that I'm piloting the damn thing compensates. When you see my multi-cannon start back up again, just know that I pressed the trigger over a second ago. Yeah, look at that. The multi-cannon on the hull is devastating.
Target destroyed.
How's my shields? Still going up, 74. Crowning what? Torment. Crowning torment. Does that work as an old movie? He's taking somebody on here. I hit him. Did I get his attention? Looks like it. You get trigger happy sometimes. Ooh, he didn't hit my ship. That was the cannon that he hit there, throwing him back.
Flight assist off. Flight assist on. Target shields
Trying to use my cannon to sort of keep him at bay, as it were. Keep him pushed back.
under attack.
Fine. I'm fine with that. That cost you a lot more than it did me. Oh, okay. I thought one good shot from the cannon would have been the end of him, but... or her.
Offline. Scan detected. Target destroyed.
Master dropship. So we're doing a little bit better with these than we were doing with the previous ones. I knew you were wanted. Can we push him into an asteroid? We can. Oh! Man, I just avoided that. But yes, we can push him into an asteroid. Good night.
Target destroyed. Mission objective detected.
Yeah. 2 Guardian shards on that thing. That'll be interesting. I was actually considering, talking of shards, I was actually considering venturing out to get my Xeno Conda and going to the Witch Head Nebula to do some Thargoids. Seeing as how they are supposed to be back. See if we can do any more 10-second kills. Oh, I just love this ship. Just the maneuverability on it is awesome. Oh, Clipper. This should be interesting because I'm a little ship. If I can stand right in front of him, nose to nose, I wonder if his weapons can even get a hit on me. Although I am going to start off. That's it, nose to nose. Stay there. I want to get a bit closer so that you can't sweep me. Stay where you are. Yeah, you're all over the place, boy. Go over there. Literally the equivalent of pushing him away. Look at this. And every time he gets closer. I know I've got no multi-cannon left. It's already out of ammo, which is ridiculous. So I'm doing this with just a cannon alone. Imagine 2 of these cannons. Yeah, twins of these, but instead of the shock on the other one, we have the one that gets rid of the target lock there. Yeah, that one. Now that would be cool. I think that would be a nice build and quite a different build as well. Ooh. And my shields are still up at the moment. Bye bye. Man. Yeah, synthesize ammo. I will. I haven't got that much cannon left either. So this isn't too bad. Antimony. To tungsten, antimony. Yeah, I'm good with that.
Weapons rearmed.
And let's do one more on the large. Antimony again's gonna suffer. Everything else, tungsten, fine. I'm fine with that. They look to be the same, actually. What shield do I have? Yeah, Zonta. It's a... Okay, it's a standard shield. It's not BioWeave. I wanted to switch it to BioWeave, but... standard shield. Oh, it is a BioWeave. Sorry, excuse me, yeah. Where's the standard one, then? Oh, it was on my my Anaconda. It was the one I took off the Anaconda to yeah. So the BioWeave's on this one with grade 5 reinforced, but it's legacy from the old engineers. And they seem to be... They're doing okay. They're doing okay. And they seem to charge up reasonable, but at 34 now, by the time I picked out my next target. So in the meantime, just stick some pips into engines and have some fun down here. Yeah, rearming and then that we... I know, I've done that before. You just wasting stuff. Oh god. The ultimate challenge may have arrived. And he looks like is he on his own? Justin Kimber.
Scan detected.
A dangerous wanted conda. Come on, Shields, get up. Did I just... Yeah.
Scan detected.
Oh god, this would be a crowning glory. Taking out a dangerous conda. Little old me. Come on, Shields. Thing is, I want it to hurry up and charge because I don't want him to get involved in another battle or somebody else doing it. I don't know whether I can handle an Anaconda.
Scan detected.
From this angle, if I could maintain this angle, I know there are pilots out there who are good enough to do that, where they just stay behind, and but I'm really not up to that. Not with a keyboard and joystick. It just doesn't work. Right, I don't want to tailgate, but I just love the maneuverability of these vultures. They're just so good. He's looking for a fight, you can see it. Knowing me, it'll say shields 100% and then it'll say surge detected or something like this. And to cover that 2 kilometers apart that we were, easy. I'm gonna need full shields for this, come on. No, because both weapons are different on this one. Oh, you mean the shields? I haven't actually compared the shields, no. Like stick another set of BioWeaves on, you mean, and go with the same upgrade? No, I think it would be better with the new engineers. I think you do get a little bit more, unless you had an amazing god roll on the previous ones. God roll. Well, everything seems to be quiet. Hey, Commander Masking! Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm just waiting for my shields to charge up here before foolishly taking on an Anaconda in my little Vulture. And I'm just going to build that capacitor up on the systems while I'm waiting. And then we should be good to go. Okay. Take a ship bigger target. There's a python around, and not much else really. 97, I think that'll do. Unless I die, minus 3%. Yes, firing a load of shots on him and the full blast of the cannon and seeing that his shields haven't moved makes me realise.
Warning, thermal attack. Gaining heat.
And my chance of pushing an anaconda out the way. Oh, jeez, okay, it can do it. I wasn't expecting it to do that. It's your shields versus mine. And you're banking, You little coward. With your shield cell banks. But yes, one cannon can push an anaconda out the way. And I know I shouldn't be standing toe to toe with them, but as I'm zero good at, you know, being round the rear end, as we say, the only place I can really do any useful combat is nose to nose. It's just the way my combat life is in Elite Dangerous. I'm not good enough to sit in the blind spots or sit behind and maneuver like that. Whoa, talk about a push. Force push. Come on, little darling, come on.
Flight assist.
No, flight assist not good here. I'm going to be all over the place.
Under attack. Taking damage.
This is where he now has the advantage, now that my shields are down. I think he's got the advantage now. To the death, sir, to the death.
Cabin pressure alert. Atmospheric failure. Cabin pressure alert.
I don't think I can. Even if I win, I'm gonna die because I don't think I can get to a station in time.
Cabin pressure alert. Under attack. Target destroyed. Cannot comply.
The only place you can. Oh, wait a minute, I'm in a vulture. Yes.
Cabin pressure alert.
If I was in a large ship, I'd be screwed now because.
Cannot comply.
Oh, I deliberately put those hard points in, so that wouldn't happen.
3.
I can synthesize life support. I can, yeah. I'm going to try and get back without it.
Atmospheric failure.
Like I said, if I had a large ship, I'd have been screwed because the only place you can land with a large ship in this system is on a planet, so I would be completely screwed. But yeah, I got him. I guess it's not the survival account. No, I probably actually, if it was the survival account, to be fair, it's fair to say I may have chickened out a bit sooner, like when my shields went down. But it just goes to show if you, yeah.
Shields online.
The only stations in this system are platforms, though.
Cabin pressure
Oh, I think there's only one of those. So, I believe so. Anyway, I think it's. Oh no, there's two. Yeah, and Jones's Progress, I believe, or Tito Camp. Jones's Progress. There you go. That's the only landable place for a large ship in this entire system. So, thankfully, I have the Vulture, which is going to allow me to land. Here, what's the timing on this? Okay, we should be okay. Just going to sit it as close to the center line as possible.
Cabin pressure alert.
Okay. We should be fine. As long as I don't get a... oh my god. As long as I don't get a docking request denied because all the platforms are full. That would be a disaster. Too much traffic. I think it's that bright star. It is. Okay. Oh, it's cold in here now. Oh yeah, you could still synthesize. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that is true. Maybe they should remove that from the game, synthesizing oxygen.
Cabin pressure alert.
Landing pad 2, okay. Well, clearly that's on the other side, so what we'll do is point, flight assist off.
Off. Warning. Oxygen low.
And we should be
Flight assist off.
there. Look how maneuverable this is, I love it. I cannot fall out of love with the Vulture, it's just too damn good.
Cabin pressure alert.
And don't forget to cash in.
Scan detected. Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Now of course the oxygen's going to carry on going down unless I either enter the hangar or repair. Okay. Awesome. Right. Let's reset my oxygen. We're gonna have to go back to we'll have to go back to what's its face. We could go to Jones's Progress, but it's probably better to just go back to Shinrata Desra. Well, didn't do too bad, almost 1 million. Let's go and cash that in. Does anyone know? Do I have to go into Wolf 406 to get to claim this? Because it says here, collect your bonus from a payment and bounty claims contact. You will find them at any station. Well, it won't let me. I've gone to the authority contact. Nothing. A combat bond. Nothing. Hey Tishan and Wasp, greetings guys. I wish you could, yeah, any system with Wolf transport active. Or interstellar factors, yeah, that's another one, Josky, thank you. Yeah, do that as well. I wish you could engineer the canopies as well. You know, shielded, give them a bit more power, a bit more strength, I mean. Let's not do that. Let's go here, straight to Jameson Memorial directly. Because, let's see, we can... Oxygen started depleted already. As soon as the hangar opened. And I know we can synthesize, but...
Ship released. Engines engaged.
Well, B886 Centauri shouldn't be too difficult to spot. It's a very bright... Actually, no, it is. It is. It is difficult because it's not... I thought it was one of those big bright stars, but it's not. It's just that it's a jet cone one. I don't think so, Killer. I don't think the canopy counts as a module. I don't think so. Pretty sure it doesn't. Probably the only protection you have would be your shields protecting your canopy. Unless, of course, they use certain weapons that will that can get through the shields straight into the hull. That can happen. I'm just using my little gyroscope compassy thing to line up. Repair drones. Repair limpets? Oh, I don't know. Does repair limpets do canopy? Or just hull? And I think it just does hull. I'm not sure about canopy. It's a good question. Maybe I should go and fit one.
Atmospheric failure.
Look, you see how tinted the glass is.
Fuel scooping. Cabin pressure alert.
Well, I still killed that anaconda.
Cabin pressure alert.
So yeah, I'm kind of proud of that. What was that anaconda? Was it dangerous or deadly? I think it was dangerous, I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it was dangerous. If it was a deadly conda, I would have remembered. Which means if it was deadly, then I didn't remember. So I wouldn't have remembered. It's getting confusing now. Grey Talon! Greetings, Grey Talon. Yeah, I think after it's broken, possibly it's a physical... You need a call in the windscreen guys. Job, yeah, mobile windscreen repair.
Cabin pressure alert.
I see you, Jameson. When those two dials on the left hit the blue zone, we will be disengaging. Speed is in the blue, just waiting for distance now. Come on. Come on, distance, almost there. Thank you.
Atmospheric failure.
This is going to be an easy landing.
Cordon Alex, Romeo, India, Lima. Welcome to the station, Commander. Please fly safely. Access authorized. Please head directly for Bay 01.
01.
Cabin pressure
Right at the start. I had a good one the other day. Came into a space station. You know, as soon as you enter the mouth lock, the little compass dot changes to direct you to your pad. Well, mine didn't do that. It just completely refused. It was just a hollow circle that just stayed, you know, in the middle. We definitely have repairs here.
Confirmed contact. Perform landing checklist. You are most welcome, Commander.
And so are you.
Ensure you have received authorization.
Yeah, so there's a few things that need working on this ship. A few modules that need to be tweaked a little bit, but it's quite a cool build. But I am interested, certainly, in just storing that multi-cannon away and just putting on the another cannon, but one that evades the target lock. The only problem with that is it takes, if you want to synthesize premium ammo for those, it takes 2 antimony, so I'm going to have to stock up on those. It's quite a heavy ask because it means 4 antimony for both of them. So it is a bit of a heavy ask for that, but what can you do, you know? And you only get like 120 here, and you get a lot more there. It's a little bit of work, I think. Yeah, everything but the kitchen zinc.
You have received authorization before
8 zinc.
entering the docking bay. If you don't
Yeah,
have
so I mean,
access
oops, it was right here. Synthesis on the. If you look at the small calibers, this was the. If you look at the request here, they only want 1 antimony and 2 of the other stuff, but it's so they're requesting a grade 5, a grade 4, 2 grade 3s, and 2 grade 1s. Sulfur phosphorus, so SPTZMA. SPTZMA. Isn't it the same here? No, it's not. Yeah, 8 zinc. That's a chunk, but it's only grade 2. They're easily traded. Antimony. So, yeah, it's quite a chunk. But if with the 2 cannons, one with the shock and one with the target lock or target unlock, whatever you call it, I know somebody put what it was, but I've forgotten. It would be interesting to take the ship out with the engineered cannons, but without synthesis, and just see how it performs without synthesis. So you know that, you know, you can still get the job done, but it may just take a little bit longer because you are sustaining a little bit less damage, like 60% less overall on both. But it was fun. I mean, synthesized ammo on these 2 weapons that I have right now, if they can take down an anaconda, a dangerous anaconda in my hands, they'll take down, you know, a bigger ship in a better pilot's hands. That's how I look at it. Yeah, well, something you probably only do once, Kathina, and then you record it and play it back as a momentous occasion that might never be repeated until you've grinded all those materials again. I suppose if you're going for synthesis on a weapon, and you know, mixing that with having multiple of the same, like on my Corvette, where it's a full multi-cannon build. If I wanted to go premium, yeah, it'd be a nightmare. It'd be a nightmare. Imagine doing that on, what have I got, 7? Is it 7 on the Corvette? Yeah. 30 selenium. No, you can't find selenium. They've taken it out of the game. Anyway, Okay guys, so I'm going to call it there. We're on the 3-hour mark. I said I would try and keep it shorter, so I think we've done okay up to now. And I'm going to be back with another stream at some point. And I want to re-stream Wrench again, but I'm going to do it in VR next time and see how that works. It's going to be more movement on the screen for you guys, but for me, I want you to see me trying to pick up nuts and bolts and stuff with my VR gloves on. It's going to be so weird. But yeah, so thank you everybody for stopping by and being here and keeping me company again today, and for people who have subscribed, and for everybody else who has supported me in their other ways. Thank you very much, all of you. Have a great evening, and I will see you guys soon. So take care. I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.
This is an important
I should have used my end credit, shouldn't I? Let's do
Security
that.
surveillance is
Sorry.
in effect at this facility at all times. Acts of aggression will be met with an appropriate response.